I can have the chat up. You guys, I'm so excited about this. Let me make sure that it's showing up on YouTube and then we'll be all set to dive on in. So as you get here, say hi so I know who's hanging out. This is awesome, you guys. I'm so excited. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's just dive on in. Say hi when you get here and then also drop in the comments for me on TikTok and on YouTube. Drop where you're watching from because I'm super curious. I know we have a pretty darn global audience on most of the trainings that we do. So if you guys can share that in the chat, that would be awesome so I can see. And then we're just going to just dive right on in. I think we can put the chat here sometimes. I'm not used to using Restream. It's new for me. So that's kind of fun. All right. I can see your comments in the chat. That is awesome. Hello, hello. We've got Rochester, we got Pennsylvania, we got Maine, the Philippines, Toronto. Oh, this is fantastic. Woo! All right, you guys, you ready? We are going to have some fun. All right. I want you guys to drop one of these 5 things because we're going to talk about 5 major things that you need to know with TikTok. Cool? Drop a 1 if you have ever felt like I don't think my audience is on TikTok. Drop a 1 if that's you. Awesome. Okay. Not a ton of people, but a few people, right? Okay, drop a 2 if, drop a 2, sorry, I've got the humor of like a 13-year-old boy. If you say, I don't see how TikTok can build my business, drop a 2. I see all those 2s. I see the 2s on TikTok. I see the 2s on YouTube. Fantastic. Okay, drop a 3 in the chat, in the comments, if you say, listen, Rachel, people tell me what to do all the time. I don't have time for TikTok. I am busy. I'm trying to make Instagram work. I'm trying to make YouTube work. I've got a lot going on. I know that feeling all too well. So drop a 3 if that's you. Drop a 4 if you say, listen, I don't really see how we can have success with TikTok because we don't know the format of the types of TikToks that build a business. Drop a 4 if that's you. We got some great energy here. This is amazing, you guys. All right. And number 5, this is a big one. You ready for this? Drop a 5 if you feel like it's already saturated. It's too late. You missed the opportunity. Is that you? Drop that 5. It's okay to be totally honest here. I'm going to drink water as we go too, by the way, because I talk really intensely. Who here is like, I know, Rachel, I've been around for a while. Okay, so this is going to be really fun. There are going to be bonuses for 3 of the most engaged people. So I'm going to be watching the different chats, kind of seeing who is being engaged. And so be super, super, super engaged. We're going to have a ton of fun here today. Drop a yes if you can agree to that. There will be bonuses for 3 of the most engaged people at the end. And everyone is getting access to one of my bonuses totally for free just for attending. And I will share that at the end of this video. Cool? There will also be a Q&A at the end of this training as long as we have time. We're going to have to go pretty fast here because there's a lot we got to cover. Cool? I'm so excited. This is amazing, you guys. Talk about good energy. Wow. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about a few things. This is super important. All right. We're going to make a couple of agreements here. Number 1, there's a dangerous trap that I want everyone to avoid falling into. Cool. And that is the trap of, I already know that. If you can confirm that you will not fall into that trap today, drop a yes in the chat. Small hinges move big doors. Sometimes it's the difference of one little piece of advice, one little tip, one little thing that can totally unlock a totally different reality for you. So drop a yes if you hear me. Do not fall into the I already know that trap. Cool. If I had fallen into the I already know that trap, I swear I wouldn't have done anything in business yet. All right. Number 2, everything that I share is as simple as humanly possible. Cool. Drop a yes if you hear me on this. Sometimes I'm going to share things that seem really simple or obvious. And the reason for that is because these are the simple tweaks that have absolutely changed everything. But I'm a huge fan of simple. Cool. I like simple. I like easy. I personally feel like the reason we don't do a lot of the things that we're taught in marketing is because it's way too complicated. Can I get an amen in the chat if you guys feel me on that? Cool. All right. Number 3. This is big. Okay. I'm here to share info, and I'm super excited to share info. I'm so excited. I know that this is going to serve you. I know that every single person here is going to walk away with some action step or multiple action steps. we're going to make an agreement here today. Since I'm showing up, doing this for free, giving value, if you're thinking in your head, I'm going to show up and criticize Rachel and be super negative in the comments and nitpick every single thing that she says, just don't do that here. I've already got kids. I don't feel like babysitting. I'm just going to be straight up honest. I'm here to give value, serve people, empower business owners, marketers, freelancers to crush it on TikTok. So if you're here to criticize me, if you're going to say your voice is annoying, your hair looks stupid and frizzy, you don't know anything about TikTok, you know what? Just take that elsewhere. You can write it in your journal. You can put it on your profile. I don't really care. You have permission to criticize me, but not here in my house. Cool? Everyone recognize that? That's an important pre-frame, all right? Number 4, and this is going to be big because people are going to ask this a lot. Is there going to be a replay of this? Yes, there is absolutely going to be a replay on YouTube. Cool? So you can watch this multiple times. And many of you guys may watch this and say like, oh, I need to watch this 10 more times. Like this is powerful because we're going to dive into some seriously fundamental shifts in all of marketing. Okay. And number 5, I want to be super, super, super clear and upfront about this. And I want everyone to say yes if you hear me on this. Do you hear me when I say I'm totally going to make an offer at the end of this? Drop a yes if you hear me on that. I don't want it to be a surprise. I don't want anyone to feel stressed or feel like they were tricked. The truth is, if what I have to offer at the end of this training can support you, fantastic. And you know what? If you never buy a single thing from me, I still value you and you're still always invited to all of my stuff, even for free. Cool? All right. Drop a yes if you hear me on that. No surprises. Awesome. By the way, you guys, real fast, last year I learned a lot about permission-based selling and making sure that when you make an offer, it's kind of like trauma aware. And that's been so helpful because sometimes, have you guys ever been on like a training where you were like, there's no actual value here. There's no action steps. There were no notes to take because it was all fluffy, like go do it. And the whole thing felt like a trick to get you to buy something. I don't want that to ever be the vibe on my training. So I want to be super clear on making an offer at the end of this. And even if you don't buy it, I still value you. Thanks for being here. All right. You guys, so we're going to dive into 5 things that are going to transform these 5 beliefs. 1, I don't think my audience is on TikTok. 2, I don't see how TikTok can build a business. 3, I don't have time for TikTok. Rachel, I am up to here with marketing stuff. 4, I don't know how to manage TikTok. I don't know what the right format is. How do we get this to work? And 5, the false belief that it is already saturated and it's too late. We all miss the early adopter opportunity. All right. So first and foremost, quick question for you guys. Who here is new to learning from me? Who here is new? So I'm just going to share really, really, really fast who I am. We'll get through this fast, but it is important that you guys know a little bit about who I am and how I show up. So my name is Rachel Pedersen. I'm at the Mrs. Pedersen on pretty much every social media platform. I am a Minnesota-based mom of 3. I love my husband to pieces. He's my business partner. And I started our 2 businesses about 7 years ago. One is working as a freelancer, specifically in marketing and social media strategy. We have done multiple 7 figures working directly with clients in done for you and done with you services. Drop a yes if you hear me on that. Super important distinction. And number 2, our second business is education. I love creating organized, powerful, simple, accessible trainings for people. So those are our 2 businesses. Both have grown to multiple 7 figures. What's wild is 10 years ago, just real fast, here's a takeaway for anyone who needs just this reminder today. This might be the takeaway some of you guys needed today. How much can change in a day? How much can change in a month? How much can change in a year or a decade? I'm here to tell you that absolutely everything can change in a decade. 10 years ago, I was a single mom on welfare. I was an alcoholic. I was in debt up to my eyeballs. There was so much in my life that is completely different from today. So if anyone needed that one reminder today, I am here to tell you that so much can change in a day, a week, a month, year, a decade. And part of the reason why I'm so excited to share TikTok with you guys is because it has been one of the most drastically and exponential growth mechanisms that we've used in our entire business. Did you hear me say that? Drop a yes if you heard it. Because we literally grew, over and over and over again, year by year. And the second that TikTok took off for us, we literally experienced exponential growth, especially specifically on profit. Cool. All right. Now, real fast, drop a yes in the chat if you guys have ever tried creating content on social and posted it to complete crickets. It could be on TikTok. It could be on Instagram. It could be on any platform. or you followed what the experts and gurus were saying, and you took time out of your day and you followed all their steps and it didn't really work. And then you started to wonder, I don't even know if this can work for me. You guys have experienced this, right? Yes. Okay. Totally. So what's interesting is in the past, before I discovered TikTok for myself, what's so interesting is I was literally trying to create content on every single platform. Very early in our business, we went viral, and I mean really viral. So some people know that I have, I'm not a huge fan of jewelry. And so when I got married, my husband and I met and got married 13 days later. He bought me a tiny ring. And I only say that with love because the truth is he drained his savings account in order to buy that ring for me. And what was so interesting is I wrote a post about it and it went mega viral. It reached 11.3 million. We were featured in over 30 online publications. Sealy sent me a mattress. Everyone from George Takei to Ashton Kutcher, and actually I think Lil Wayne too, they all shared the story. So this was about 6 years ago when that went viral. And what's one of the hidden gifts, we were actually just talking about this last night, my husband and I, one of the hidden gifts in going viral so early in my business was actually, you guys ready for this? The absolute letdown of realizing it didn't impact my business. This is going to be a big takeaway for those of you who want it. By the way, if I share something where you're like, oh, this is that light bulb moment for me, drop aha, AHA, because it might come at random moments. And when you say aha in the chat, other people might get some ahas, okay? So it was a very beautiful thing because I think most of us search for virality. All of us search for exponential returns on the time that we invest in social media platforms, right? So I literally had this post go mega viral. I was on the Today Show. Like there were so many things that went so well with that. And then I experienced that mega letdown when I realized I wasn't going viral again. That was just a taste of what was possible. The truth is, you guys, you ready for this? The truth is going viral doesn't build a business. I don't know who needs that reminder today. Anyone can teach you how to go viral. If I wanted, I could literally make every single person here go viral in the next week. If we wanted to, I could sit there and go person by person and be like, go create this video, go create this video. But going viral is not the same thing as reaching your ideal audience for your business. Who here needed that reminder today? This is so big, okay? The truth is, I really love going viral. It's a great experience, but it's not going to give you the mega return that you're hoping for, all right? Now, what's wild, you guys, I'm going to share the backstory. So about 3 years ago, I was on, this sounds really, really bougie and fancy. So you guys can laugh with me. Feel free to put like laughing, crying emojis. But I was on a private yacht trip to the Bahamas. It was basically an affiliate contest and I was in the top 10. So ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson brought us on private yachts to the Bahamas to mastermind for 2 days. Sounds so ridiculously fancy and bougie, and it's so funny. But my good friend Annie Grace, who's heard of Annie Grace, she's an author, and she on this trip said, Rachel, you need to be on TikTok. And I said, what's TikTok? The last time I ever asked that question again was 3 years ago. So Annie says, I think it would fit your personality well. Basically, it's like lip syncing and dancing and it's fun. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'll give it a try. I got to stay hydrated as we go because we got lots of meetings today. All right. So I created my first TikTok then. And you know what's really interesting? Someone actually asked this today. They said, was your existing following on other platforms? That's Annie Grace. Your existing platforms, those should help you grow on TikTok, right? Right? So I advertise everywhere, put it all on social media. I'm going on TikTok. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so many people are going to follow me. This is going to be so easy. This is going to be amazing. And only 60 people follow. Drop your reaction in the chat because that was really scary for me. I was like, oh, we are literally growing this from the ground up. This is not a platform that has my existing audience already on it. This is going to be the aha for some of you guys. This is the blue ocean shift. So there's a fantastic book. If you spend too much time around me, you will have an Amazon cart full of books. Basically, there's a book called Blue Ocean Strategy by Renee Malborn. And what I love about this book is she talks about how most people are fighting in the same spot. Most people are fighting for the same clients in Facebook groups. Most people are fighting for the same eyeballs on Instagram. True? Anyone ever feel like it's super crowded? The truth is, what you want to do in your business is go for where everyone else hasn't gone yet. The place where people literally aren't fighting yet. And the truth is, you guys, that platform is TikTok. So when I started going viral early on TikTok and started reaching new audiences, people were saying things like, "What's a social media manager?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Drop a hot in the chat if you needed this reminder. TikTok is the blue ocean shift. That's the one that gets you out of the existing ponds that are completely saturated. It brings you into a new space, because if you talk to most business owners, they're still considering getting on YouTube and Instagram. Who needed this aha today? Most business owners. In fact, just yesterday, I saw a post from someone who's an advanced marketer who was like, "I'm finally getting on Instagram." And I was like, "Girl, what are you doing?" No. Instagram is so saturated. Go on TikTok. It's the blue ocean. So you just get ahead of everyone by a couple of years. Now, what's wild, you guys, we used to spend $30,000 to $40,000 a month on ads on Facebook. Today, we spend less than $10,000 a month, yet our revenue has grown month over month and year over year. But even better, drop a whoa if you're like, that's a lot on Facebook ads. We used to spend $30,000 to $40,000 a month on Facebook ads, and we were actually able to completely replace 75% of that ad spend with the organic traffic that we get from TikTok. Who here says, "Yes, I want a piece of that"? It was a game changer. And the cool part is that's instantly 20 to 30,000 more in profit that we were generating. So we replaced our Facebook ad spend, the majority of it, just using organic traffic. Who here says, "Okay, now you've got my attention. This is big." Now, just so you guys know, sometimes people think I'm like anti-advertising. I'm not. I love advertising. I think it's fantastic. But I'm just going to tell you, it can be super expensive, especially for businesses that are not quite yet established with big budgets, right? So what I'm a huge fan of is saying, where can we bootstrap? And it was actually several years ago when my Facebook ad account got completely deactivated that I had to get really intense on organic strategies and had to learn how to replace all of the revenue we were generating, specifically with organic. It was one of the best experiences of my life in hindsight. But while I went through it, it was very, very painful and I was so sad. Okay, now what's wild, you guys? Ready for it? You want to hear what is possible on TikTok? Here are my results in just 60 days. Let's talk about the numbers behind the scenes. I've personally earned between 3 and 25 million video views per month. In just one particular 60-day period, I earned 18,900,000 views, and each view is approximately 8 seconds. So we could do all the math. That's about, 151 million seconds of people watching my face for free, thanks to TikTok. That's 2,500,000 minutes of people watching my face. We could keep breaking it down. But when I break it down all the way, you guys, that's the equivalent of 4.7 years of people watching my face for free, thanks to TikTok. Who here's mind is blown? Because that blew my mind. When I started to see the compounding effect of TikTok, it's a game changer. Okay. It took me 9 years to get to 176,000 followers on Instagram. Who here admits that growing Instagram is challenging? What I'm actually going to teach you guys today is going to help you with growing your Instagram and your YouTube too, if you go all in on TikTok. Cool. Took me 9 years to get to 176,000 followers on Instagram. In 3 years, technically 2.5 years, we grew to over 1 million followers on TikTok. But what also is powerful about this, you guys, is that TikTok helps me to grow my Instagram faster, and it helps you to grow your YouTube channel even faster. Whose mind is blown? Because this has been a game changer. You guys can probably see why it created an entirely different shift in social for us. In fact, TikTok helped me grow my YouTube channel by 8,100 subscribers in one single month. Let's see, back in September of 2019, I had 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thanks to TikTok, I have 108,000 subscribers. It's been this domino experience on social for us. Who here says I could totally do that? I'm going to use TikTok to grow my YouTube and my Instagram, because what I'm teaching you guys today is actually a foundational thing. It's like a domino. Imagine a whole line of dominoes all lined up, and you tap that first one of TikTok and it helps everything else to grow, which is really powerful. Can you guys see why I'm so passionate about sharing this with other people? I share this on stages. I share this on podcasts. I share this everywhere I can, because I truly, truly, truly believe that every single business deserves the info that I'm sharing today. Now, what's wild, you guys, is today my Instagram, with the exception of the last month because I kind of took it off, we reach about 30 million impressions per month. We reach over 10 million accounts monthly. And in the past 6 months, we've grown by 30 to 40,000 followers on Instagram with very minimal effort from me, all because of TikTok. All right, now who here is going to stay until the end for a Q&A? This could go up to 2 hours. So make sure you guys have a notebook. Make sure you have water. We're just going to dive on in now. But who here's already gotten some big ahas today and you're realizing that this is big? Before this question comes up a million times, people are going to ask, how much did I spend on ads on TikTok? You guys ready for this? Less than $1,000 total on TikTok ads. Did you hear that? Less than $1,000. So I can't say it's 100% organic, but I can probably say it's like 99.99999% organic. Cool. All right. We're going to dive on into, I was going to do 3 steps, but we're actually going to do 5 steps. Okay. So I'm about to talk about how I know your ideal audience is on TikTok. Who here is here for this? This is going to be super helpful for you because you thought it was just your teenage kids or your niece and nephew and all their friends, right? This is wild. Okay. I found your ideal target market on TikTok, and I'm going to support you with it today. We're going to go fast through this. This is my 2-step reverse research method. Before we go too far, though, TikTok has an estimated 700 million up to 1 billion monthly active users. Drop your reaction in the chat. Between 700 million and 1 billion monthly active users. That is excluding China, because in China, TikTok is actually called, I'm going to pronounce this terribly, but Douyin. So the truth is, there are a lot of people here. Now, this is going to blow your mind because here are some updated stats on the TikTok platform, okay? 22% of the users on TikTok are between the ages of 20 and 29. Every time that your mind is blown, drop a mind blown emoji or the emoji, because this is like so crazy to me, okay? 21.7% of these users are 30 to 39 years old. Mind blown still? Okay. 20.3% of users are between the ages of 40 and 49. And 11% are 50 plus. You guys ready for the mind blown moment? Over 75% of users are 20 plus. Who here needed this reminder today? Who here realized, oh my gosh, I think my audience might be on TikTok? Here's a big hint. They are. I'm going to show you guys 2 quick steps that you can take to actually find out whether or not your audience is watching videos on TikTok. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to, this is how most people think about hashtags. So I'm a social media strategist. We also could call it a social media manager. Okay. If I were to label everything social media manager as my main hashtag, something the opposite of what I intend would happen. Most people market their business based on them. True? So if I'm always talking about, here's how I got started as a social media manager. Here are 5 tips for social media managers. Hashtag social media manager. What I'm accidentally doing, and I can share this from experience, is attracting social media managers. So we need to flip the way that we look at this platform, but also the hashtags that we use to categorize our content and ultimately attract our dream audience, okay? Whoa, who just got that aha? Because that's a big one. I actually accidentally built an entire business that supports social media managers and freelancers because I did that exact thing. So I'm speaking from experience on this one. And I actually panicked when I discovered that I mostly attracted social media managers into the programs that I created. I actually had an absolute meltdown about it and had to talk to my mentor. My mentor's like, why don't you support the competition? And I was like, this is not okay. This is so messed up. This is wild, right? Like, I can't help social media managers. I'm literally building my competition. So this is kind of wild. You actually want to completely switch the way that you look at hashtags. Okay. You guys ready for this? By the way, I did lean into that. I did decide I was going to just focus on the rising tide with our education. And we do mostly support social media managers, freelancers, but then some business owners inside of our education business. That was accidental at first and then became an intentional collaboration over competition. Okay. So, what you want to do instead is think about the hashtags that your dream audience uses to refer to themselves outside of what you do and offer. This should not be about you at all. Okay. So, this could be like wine mom. It could be hashtag busy parent. It could be hashtag high school. You could put high school is awesome or is awful or whatever. So I want you guys to take a quick moment and share in the chat what is the hashtag that has nothing to do with you that your dream audience could use to describe themselves. That could be demographics, it could be psychographics like hashtag family first, hashtag Minnesota living, hashtag business owner, hashtag 8-figure business. Okay, you guys got it? Drop it in the chat. Small business, money, course creator, ice cream lover. This is so good. Who here is getting that aha already? Because this is a simple one, but this is an absolute game changer. Okay. Now, I want some of you guys, once you write down those hashtags, to actually go into the app and search for those hashtags and see how many views there are of that particular hashtag, because that means that you can start to kind of get an idea for whether or not your dream audience is there. Okay. Let's go like boutique owner. I'm going to search for some of these with you guys and share the number of views that you see in the chat in the comments. Okay. So boutique owner. Oh my gosh. I see 202.8 million views. If you do online boutique owner, I see 5.4 million views. Okay. Let's see. Let's look up. I'm actually going to make it more broad. I'm going to do micro influencer. Micro influencer, 283 million views. Drop your stats in the chat. So what you're going to do is open up the TikTok app as long as you already have it. If not, it's probably time to download it. You're going to go to the bottom of the screen where it says discover, type in the hashtag and share the number of views that you see, because this is wild. Songwriter has 3 billion views. Amy, whoa, right? It's shocking when you see how many people are spending time on TikTok in your dream audience, right? Luxury picnic planner, 1.2 billion, 118 million. What else do you guys see? 715,000 for overwhelmed mom, 101 million views, 296,000 views. Whoa. Drop aha in the chat if it's starting to click for you that your audience is there. They're hanging out on this particular app right now. Whoa. Manifesting coach, new parent life, 1.2 billion, 2.1 billion. Look up sober women. Most sober women or sober lifestyle, sober women, sober mom, sober something. Okay, let's keep on going. Now, what's wild about this, you guys, the average user on TikTok spends, the most recent updated stat is 81 minutes per day on this app. Drop the mind blown emoji if that is blowing your mind. 81 minutes per day. Who here's realizing that your dream audience is not only on TikTok, but they're watching content and you have the ability to reach them literally today. Pretty powerful. If you haven't yet done this 2-step reverse research method, what I want you guys to do is do this later. You can feel free to watch this training again and take action on it so that you can get an idea for how your audience is here. Now, a couple cool examples of people using this. Linnea decided to test out a new market. She was going to start a new business in a new market. So she used this two-step reverse research method to reach her dream audience. And she got a video at 925,000 views in that new market before she even started the business. Who here wants that type of growth in your business? Who here says that would be really good product validation, market validation? Jamie went from 0 to 2 million followers in 2 months, and she monetized successfully with an e-commerce store. Last I heard, she's doing 6 figures per year, potentially multiple 6 figures, as much as she wants, which is pretty cool. Who here is realizing that this is so powerful, and who here has gotten value so far? Because it's going to keep ramping up. So we start simple. We have to pre-frame where things are going, and then we're going to take it even further. Okay. Now, here's how most people think of TikTok. This is going to change the way you look at TikTok at every single platform. Okay. So what's wild is most people create their TikToks. They have their core offers. Real fast, drop what your core offers are in the chat. Your core offer is just the main thing that you're selling in your business. It could be physical products. It could be courses. It could be services. It could be coaching. It could be done-for-you processes. Feel free to drop it in the chat. Okay, awesome. Especially for e-com, you guys are going to want to keep paying attention because there's one more thing that I'm going to announce in just a moment. It's huge, okay? So most people create all of their TikToks in this like silo, and then they're like, I don't know how people are ever going to get to my core offer. I don't get how people are ever going to see this. That is not the right way to look at TikTok. Cool. We're going to totally shift this 100%. So quick question for you guys, and this will be important. Feel free to share this in the chat everywhere. Where did you guys hear about me first? Where did you find me? Drop it in the chat so I can see, because this will be super helpful. Okay. Awesome. TikTok, 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 my For You page, TikTok, 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 TikTok. Whoa. Holy moly. Who here is realizing a lot of this, probably 40 to 50% is from TikTok? Whoa. Side note, this is really meta, what I'm doing right now, because I'm basically explaining something to you that ultimately I've kind of done to you. We can laugh about that, right? Whoa. Who here is realizing that this is crazy? TikTok changes the game forever. At least 40% of the people here saw me on TikTok first and foremost. What? All right. Now we're going to totally shift this because TikToks are not meant to be created in a silo. There are secret advantages. We're going to create the TikTok marketing ecosystem for business. Okay, TikTok marketing ecosystem. This is super important. What I'm teaching, and I'll get to what kind of content to create. Don't you worry. So what's powerful about the TikTok marketing ecosystem is this works for businesses. This could work for influencers, but I don't specifically teach influencers. I do best working mostly with like business owners, freelancers, solopreneurs, big teams, etc. Okay, let's have some fun. This is gonna get intense. So, throwback, right? Funnel hacking live when I was speaking on stage 9 months pregnant. Yes, this works for affiliates. Save the questions for the end because I won't be going back up through the chat. So save them all. So let's go ahead and dive on into how you can use TikTok as a part of your integrated marketing system. TikTok is not meant to be in a silo, okay? Now, here is one thing that some people don't realize about TikTok specifically. On your profile, you have the ability to link to platforms. Got this? You have the ability to link both your Instagram and your YouTube platforms specifically on TikTok. Who here needed this aha right now? In a silo means like protected, created. It's almost like in its own bubble. Who here needed this reminder? So do you guys see When you look at someone's TikTok profile, both their YouTube and their Instagram can be directly connected to it. So people don't even have to ask. They can literally click straight through. Who here's actually done it? And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know why I never thought of this for me. So instantly, just by creating content on TikTok, there is going to be a natural trickle to YouTube and Instagram. Who's getting that aha right here? Because it's going to keep ramping up. Okay, you ready? So we've got our core offers, right? Sorry, I yell when I'm excited. So we've got our core offer here. That could be services, that could be physical products, that could be courses, coaching. It doesn't really matter exactly what your core offer is. That could be a variety of things. All right. What's so powerful about this platform is that, similar to other platforms, you have the ability to link with a bridge to get someone from one point to the next. And that is your link in bio. Not everybody has link in bio set up from the very beginning. So keep that in mind, okay? Not everybody has access to it right away, but it does come in time. Or if you go business mode, and I talk a little bit more about this in the Talk Academy, ways to kind of gamify the link in bio. Your link in your bio is your opportunity to get people from TikTok ultimately through to your core offer. But it has to be done differently. You guys ready for this? It's done via nurturing emails. Who here reads my emails consistently or sometimes? I send out about 3 to 5 emails a week, packed full of value every single day. Every time that I make an offer, we generate sales. All of the emails are the place where you can nurture your audience from TikTok to the core offer. The goal is actually to get people off of TikTok. When I had my third child, Dominic, I was actually in the hospital, and one day my Instagram account was shut down. And it suddenly made me super aware of this idea that any platform can disappear. We can lose our platforms anytime. Who here has ever lost a social media platform? It's a very, very scary opportunity. So the goal is to get people off of the platform and into the only asset that you own, which is your email list. Hint, hint, hint. This is going to be related to your bonus at the end of this. I'm so excited. So here you can put things. I'm actually going to start the next page list just to give some ideas. So you're going to actually make it value, more value, more value. Did you hear that? Value, more value, more value. So it goes value in your TikToks, more value in the link in your bio, and even more value in your emails. So examples of lead magnets that you could use to deliver tons of value could be trainings, systems, PDFs, worksheets, bundles. Freebie bundles are my favorite. You could share a webinar. You could share, there are so many different things that you could share. But the goal is that you get them from value on TikTok to getting them onto your email list with more value. Now, this is really, really, really important. And I want everybody to say yes that you hear me on this. The goal of emails and freebies is not to trick people into being on your email list through mediocre value that's like really fluffy. And I just mean this with tough love, but you don't want to just get people on your email list, trick them for an email, and then just sell to them all the time. Do you guys all hear me on this? Email is ineffective when it is only used for your purposes to sell to people. Cool. That is not the goal of email. The goal of email is to nurture people through value, through consistent touch points, through relationships, etc. Do you guys hear me on that? It is super important. Okay. Now, what's really neat too is you can actually use your bio on YouTube and your bio on Instagram, so everything becomes an interconnected system. Who here says, this is what I've been missing? This is what I've been needing, is how this all comes together. How do people get from point A to point B? Who here said or says, I've tried to sell in content on social media before to crickets, right? It's the norm, and it's very frustrating, isn't it? It can be a very frustrating process. when you try to sell. You do not need to sell directly on social media. In fact, if you want to grow exponentially and consistently, you will never need to sell directly on TikTok. Who here says this is the relief that I've been needing? Thank you for telling me this, Rachel. By the way, sales used to really, really scare me because people can be kind of mean when you sell. And so it took me a long time to learn. And now I'm very comfortable making offers. But the interesting thing is, I still don't believe that you need to do it directly on social. Cool? All right, let's keep on going. Now, here's the big thing about TikTok. If you do not have a business account, you can switch to a business account. Most people get the link in bio immediately unlocked with a business account, but there are some drawbacks. Like I said, I talk about that more in the academy. But rather than making the goal to go viral, we're going to give you a new perspective today. The goal is not to go viral. Going viral is awesome when it happens, but I want to completely shift your perspective because I have a question for you. If I were to tell you tomorrow that I was going to be hosting a room with 50 people in it and wanted you to speak to them about your business and what you do, what would your reaction be? What would your reaction be? Wild, right? Ah. Who here would get nervous, excited, scared? Okay, so real fast, I want you to start realizing that every single person who watches your videos is a human listening to you talk about the thing that you do well. Did you hear that? This was a huge perspective shift, and this is especially needed if you've ever grown on social or gone viral. It's very easy to almost forget the impact of one person. What if one person watching your video is your favorite celebrity or your favorite TV producer? What if the person who's watching your video wants to invite you to meet with their entire incubator? Like, you don't know who one video could reach or who that one person is. And one of my favorite stories is from years ago. Caleb Maddox, he created $1 million business as a teenager. He's actually just like the sweetest. He's not a kid anymore. He's the sweetest guy. And Caleb went live on Periscope back in the day and didn't realize that one of the people watching him was like Grant Cardone's family member. So they introduced him and he suddenly was connected with a whole new audience. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter where you're located. If you reach one new person, 10 new people, 100 people, 1,000 new people, who here is realizing that this is changing the game. All right. What's so big is we're giving you guys a new goal today. It is not to go viral. It's to give value and generate leads. Who here says that seems more doable? I can do that. The cool part is this isn't something you have to actively do if you give value consistently. Who's getting the mind blown aha right now? This is a new goal. It's totally different. It changes the game. And this is how we operate TikTok for business owners specifically, not just influencers. If you're an influencer, your goal is to continually grow, reach new audiences, go viral over and over and over again. But if you are like me, you are a business owner, that is not the end all be all because that is not what builds your business. So question for you guys, if you were to get 10 leads for your business, what is the potential of 10 leads? How much could that be for your business? How much could that be? Share it in the chat. I love this. Some of you guys are getting these awesome ahas, right? Huge, right? It depends on which business. Who here knows that it could be worth 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures? Who here says this could be worth 7 figures for my business? Okay. How about 100 leads? Would that change your entire life, your entire business? What about, and I love the way that Girl in Blue says this, it could be a lot like exponential because those 10 could bring in 10 more people. Did you hear that? It has the ability to change your life and your business forever. How about 1,000 leads? To date, we have generated over 50,000 leads directly from TikTok. If you've ever run Facebook ads or advertising, you know that 50,000 leads could be worth anywhere from 50,000 to 500,000 in ad spend. Who here says this has the ability to change my life and my business? I'm a huge fan of things that bootstrap that are successful bootstrapping strategies for business owners so that anyone can exponentially grow their business. Okay. So I'm going to talk about several different things that you can plug on in to the marketing ecosystem. Quick question. Who here has physical products or wants to offer physical products at some point? Or you work with clients who offer physical products? Drop a yes if this is you. Okay. Oh, wild, right? Okay, so here's what's so cool about TikTok. You ready for this? If you ever want to offer it, if you have clients that offer it, it is a game changer. TikTok has officially launched and are rolling out. You guys ready for this? This is going to be big. An integration with Shopify. This is huge. This is huge for anyone who offers products, wants to offer products, or works with clients offering products. There is a current rollout for a direct integration through TikTok for one-click in-app shopping. Even though I'm not the developer that created this, this feels like an Oprah moment. Like, this is so exciting, right? Like, you get a Shopify integration. You get a Shopify integration. Who here says this is massive? So one click in-app shopping integrations. So in case you were on the fence, this platform is continually developing and making it easier for business owners to grow. Drop a yes in the chat if your mind is blown. Drop the aha, drop the mind blown emoji. This is wild, right? And this is only the beginning of the integrations. I actually feel like they're rolling this out a lot faster comparatively to like Facebook or Instagram, right? Now, Tiffany is an NLP coach who focused on one specific type of videos, and we'll talk about this in just a moment. She focused on evergreen videos. And she crossed 100,000 views with just evergreen videos. No trending, no dancing, no getting creative. Drop a yes in the chat if that feels doable for you. So cool, right? Jamie crossed over 1 million followers so quickly, mostly focusing on original content. We're going to talk about why that's important in just a moment. Who here says, Rachel, show me exactly what kind of content to create? Because I'm going to do it today. We're going to have some fun. All right. So in just a moment, we'll dive on into the next point, which is how to create content. We'll do that in just a moment. Quick question. Have you guys gotten value so far? Because we're still ramping up. It's going to keep getting more and more and more intense. Feel free to share this with your friends who you think would crush it with this. All right. Awesome. So good. Okay. Next up, we have, if you have listened to other experts and gurus say, just 1 hour a day, just one YouTube video a day, just send 100 emails a day. Who here's ever heard someone share marketing advice and it's driven you absolutely crazy because you were like, who has time for that? I don't know about you guys. Drop a yes in the chat if you are busy. I know the feeling, right? We've got a lot going on. I don't even like the word busy, but sometimes it's the only way to explain like business owners' lives and parent lives, right? Too busy. If one more person tells you to spend just a couple hours a week on this, who here's like, I will literally vomit. Right? It drives me crazy too, because I'm like, that's easy for you to say. I barely have time to wash my hair. I wash my hair once every 7 to 14 days because it takes too long to dry. So don't tell me several hours. Cool? All right. So we're going to make it simple today. You guys cool with that? I am going to share a simple workflow that is going to shift things from TikTok being another thing that adds to your to-do list to it becoming the domino that knocks down all of your other content ideas. Okay, you guys ready for this? This is so cool because the full training on this is coming in the Talk Academy soon. All right, so you ready for this? Everything that you create for TikTok can start as a process called the 10 things. 10 things is how you make it so that TikTok actually makes your life easier. Okay? I'm going to break this down in just a moment, but let me explain why this is going to be so powerful. You guys ready for this? So many people are continually recreating the wheel over and over and over again. Who's ever done this in their business? You're like, oh, I've said the same things over and over and over again, and I'm exhausted, and it's so much work every single time, right? So what I'm going to share with you guys is a system that's super helpful and makes TikTok the main place that you start with all of your content, okay? So we'll get to the 10 things in just a moment, but this is super, super, super important. Little backstory. Before TikTok exploded on the scene and everyone thought TikTok wasn't going to make it, before TikTok exploded on the scene, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, they all had their 1, 5, and 10-year plans locked down. They were so excited about it. We've got plans for growth. We've got plans for X, Y, and Z. Suddenly, you guys, TikTok explodes on the scene. And in 5 total years, though it feels more like 3 real years, in just 3 to 5 years of the rebrand, you guys ready for this? TikTok became the second most downloaded app in the world. Did you hear that? TikTok is what we call a disruptor. It changed everything. It's one of my favorite things in the world, actually. When a platform or a service or a tool literally disrupts the game. Suddenly, they knocked Instagram, Facebook, same thing, but Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube all on their butts. All of these platforms, of course, I don't know because I wasn't there, but you can watch their actions that follow. Suddenly, they had to figure out and completely pivot their entire plans for the next few years. Now the only plan was, how do we get back those viewers that we're losing to TikTok? In fact, you guys ready for this? TikTok recently surpassed Google for overall watch time. I love this. Robert says TikTok changed my business life. Amen to that, right? Totally different, right? It's so powerful. So when TikTok came in and completely changed everything, every single social media platform suddenly scrambled to keep up. And what happened is suddenly we got YouTube Shorts, we got Facebook Reels, we got Instagram Reels. Every single platform suddenly realized that they needed to get on the bandwagon of specifically creating short form content. Is it cool with you guys real fast if I nerd out? My little tangents are like my favorite things ever. I have so much fun nerding out on tangents. I hope you guys are cool with that. Yes, this training may be up to 2 hours, but I'm just going to keep giving for you guys. Cool. So this is really, really, really big. Okay. What's so powerful, and this is everything you need to know about every algorithm for every single social media platform. Yes, this is going to be an oversimplification, but I don't care, because since none of us are developers, we don't actually need to know the coding that goes into an algorithm. So this is pretty simple. Ready? In order to crack any algorithm, there are 2 things that you need to know. Who's having fun so far? Okay. What the platform wants. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to know. And this is simple because what the platform wants is just what people are watching. So refer back to point 1. Did you catch that? Every single platform wants. In fact, when I connect with the different people from YouTube corporate, TikTok corporate, Facebook corporate, I haven't connected with Instagram corporate, they all say, I don't know. It depends. I'll say, well, what do you guys want from us? Like, what do you want us to create? And they say, I don't know. You'll have to test, try things. Do you know what that means, you guys? Every single one of these platforms just wants what people want. And what people are wanting right now is to not waste time. For example, who here has ever gone on a training before and you had not a single takeaway for an hour and the entire thing was just a pitch? Who's ever experienced that? People don't want to waste time. We're tired of wasting our time. We're tired of watching a 15-minute YouTube video only to get to the end and realize that the cover photo was clickbait. So every single platform just wants what people are wanting, and people want to vet where they're spending their time. Who's getting that big aha right here, right now? Because that's a big one. And I know that this seems like a simple little tangent, but this is worth its weight in gold. People want to watch one video, say, oh my gosh, I got a lot of value, or wow, this was an amazing experience. Now I want to go and binge all of their content, or this feels relatable. I learned something new. I was entertained. I got to experience a laugh while watching their content. So the truth is, and this is really powerful, every single platform just wants exactly what people want. All right, let's keep on going. This is how you turn TikTok not into a time suck, but rather a time saver. Okay. This is an absolute game changer. I'm going to share an actual like inside conversation. So once you tip the first domino, everything tips over, right? TikTok is that for creating content. I'm trying to decide if I want to go on this tangent yet. I'm going to go for it. So several years ago, 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I was pregnant and I was invited to a private lunch experience in Boise. And Gary Vaynerchuk was speaking at that event. There were some really, really big Vine stars there who are now like TikTok stars, like Amanda Cerny was there. Modest Yahoo was there. Like there were so many powerful people. Now, what's so interesting about that is while we were there, someone, I won't say who, but there was a former Vine star who basically shared, he said, Gary, years ago, you told us that Vine was going to be the big, powerful platform. And you were right. And Gary's like, yes. And the guy says, and you said we would make millions of dollars and build massive audiences. Who here's heard of Gary Vee, by the way? So what's so interesting is he said, you said we would make millions of dollars. And Gary says, and did you? And the guy says, yes, we did. I made millions and millions and millions of dollars and gained millions of followers. So Gary said, so what's your question? And the guy said, well, since then, when Vine disappeared, you guys ready for this? Those who catch the power of this are going to be so shocked because this was a game changer. Ready? And I'm taking notes furiously as they're talking. So he said, the problem is when Vine disappeared and shut down, I lost everything. So I'm living on my buddy's couch. Drop your reactions in the chat because this is big. And Gary said, didn't I also tell you to diversify and get people off the platform? And he said, yes, and I didn't listen. So it was it was actually hard to hear. It was a very shocking experience. Now, what's wild about that experience is I also took notes. I've still got the journal that has this. It was really, really hard to hear, but I also knew that there was gold in it. So what's really interesting is Gary said, I'm going to give you an opportunity to experience this again. Gary said, when you discover a platform that is desperate for attention, did you catch that? Some of you guys are going to write this down. This is going to be the small hinge that opens the big door for you. When you discover a platform that's desperate for attention, that is when you have an early adopter advantage. We'll talk more about an early adopter advantage in just a moment, okay? Now, what's so powerful is Gary gave a list of basically the things that help you identify that a platform has the opportunity for specifically tapping into that early adopter advantage. And I took notes, and he said basically like when you get a disproportionate result from one platform, that is a sign that there's an early adopter advantage. When you create a piece of content and it reaches more people than makes sense, that's a sign that there's an early adopter advantage. So Gary gave this whole list of things. And so when TikTok came around and became an opportunity for me, I knew, I've heard of this before. Did you guys catch that? Did you catch that? I said, I've heard Gary talk about this before. So I went all in before my team, my husband, my friends understood the power of this platform. And I'll just be honest with you guys. What was so wild about this experience was that a lot of marketers and business owners and entrepreneurs like teased me at conferences, and they were like, how's the little TikTok thing going? And now they all want my advice. So the moral of the story is, who here's realizing that this is an early adopter advantage? Okay. Now what's interesting is, who here says, I don't have time, I'm way too busy to spend hours per day. I recognize that TikTok is truly a disruptor, but adding it onto my life seems a little challenging right now. It's challenging, right? It's another thing to do. Now, what's so interesting is TikTok can always start as a 10 things document, okay? So I create 10 things documents so that I don't need to continually invent the wheel, all right? So 10 things. It might be 10 things you need to read in 2022 to grow your business. 10 signs that your hair is healthy enough for extensions. 10 signs extensions would actually make your life easier. Hair extensions. I don't have hair extensions, but I used to do them, which is fun. 10 ways to grow your YouTube channel in 2022. Drop a yes in the chat if this is clicking for you. So you always start them as a 10 things document, okay? Start them as a 10 things document. And then you record the TikTok. Because every other platform is desperate for attention, you can repurpose all of your TikToks with or without the watermark. I'm just going to be straight up honest, directly to Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. Did you hear me on this? Who's getting the ahas? Who here's like, this is ramping up. I feel it. This is powerful. So what's powerful about this is I've had calls with Facebook. I've had calls with YouTube. I've had calls with many of the major social media platforms. And even though they don't like the watermarks from TikTok being posted on their platform, they are desperate for video content. Did you hear that? They are desperate for video content. So you can repost them on IG Reels. Actually, IG Reels can often become Facebook Reels. IG Reels, YouTube Shorts. You could also repost them on Snapchat, Triller, on Pinterest, on sometimes LinkedIn Stories if you still have those available. I don't personally have those. In case you're like, well, I don't like the idea of having that watermark. Okay, go to on desktop, snaptic.app. Follow, I have a tutorial that's free on it on YouTube. But what's so interesting is you can literally download your TikToks that are published and public and take off that watermark. Yes, the timing will be slightly off on the audio, but just don't worry about it. Honestly, just post them. I've had videos go mega viral even though the audio was slightly off. There are other ways too that you can do it without the without this app, which is, by the way, totally free. But in my call with my YouTube Shorts corporate contact, they actually said, we want all your content. We don't even care if it has a watermark on it. We don't even care if you use copyrighted audio. Did you hear that? This is an absolute game changer. Who here is realizing, oh my gosh, you mean to tell me that I can create one piece of content and it can go across all platforms? Did you get that? So you start with your 10 things document, because now every time you create a video about that topic, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is go and copy and paste the points you want to use. So you can do 3 things that and pick 3 of those points. You can do 5 things that, 5 points. You can do 7 things that, grab 7 of those points. Who here just got this aha because this is a game-changing workflow? So then you record 3, 5, 7, 9 of those into a TikTok, which then goes at least onto IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, sometimes Facebook Reels. You also could do Snapchat since you've already done the hard work. You could do Triller, which is like a TikTok knockoff, just going to be honest. You could put it on Pinterest. This concept, the 10 things plus the content repurposing on sister platforms, this is the process that I call domino content. Simply by creating TikToks, you can literally go boom, 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 and hit IG, YouTube. IG sometimes syncs straight to Facebook. So you create your list of 10 things, create that document. So then down the road, you can easily grab those 10 things and create more content like it. Okay, have you guys gotten value so far? Who's getting value in this? If you're not, you must be at 1 million followers already. No? Okay, I'm just kidding. I like to tease. So this is super big. Now, what's really, really wild is that you can actually batch your content. We're going to talk more about this in just a moment because I think this is really, really, really big. You guys are having fun? Hanging out? Awesome. I actually shared a status the other day that was a little more sassy than I normally am, but I was like, I actually really like it. So when someone says, I already know all this, okay, great. How's implementation going? So there's one next level tough love challenge for anyone who says, I already know all this. Okay, awesome. How's implementation going? How are your results? No? Okay, cool. All right. So, what's so big is that we're going to talk about one secret process. It's not really that secret. I always just say secret because it's a great marketing word. If that makes sense, it works well. But I'm just going to be honest with you guys. There really and truly aren't many secrets in this space. Okay. So, Larissa, by the way, used TikTok to grow her Facebook group and she grew her business. What's so powerful is she used a link in bio to her Facebook group to build a raving community directly with TikTok as the domino piece. Pretty powerful. Who here says, I want a piece of that action? I like that. That's so cool. Philippa is a service provider, a freelancer. And she got 3 leads from one video. Drop a yes in the chat if that's the kind of growth you want to experience. Who here knows that that's powerful for a service provider, a freelancer. All right, let's dive on in to step number 4. And this is what your TikToks will want to look like, okay? This is all about your TikTok format. If you're saying, Rachel, what do I post to grow my business? Drop a yes if this has been you. I don't really know what kind of TikToks will work. And maybe you do or don't want to dance. I'm going to put a big disclaimer here real fast. I'm a pretty big goofball. Who's been around long enough to know I'm a pretty big goofball? I'm pretty silly. Can someone drop the link to the handle of my TikTok? It's at the Mrs. Pedersen, all E's and a D in can someone drop that in the chat so that if anyone wants to see it, you can see it. So, okay. You can dance if you want to. Cool. I'm telling you straight up. I love dancing. I like making a fool of myself. I don't get embarrassed easily. I like to be silly. I like to have fun. I'm an Enneagram 7 and an Aries. And so if you were to tell me to be serious, be professional, wear a blazer, not make a fool of myself, it's not going to happen. 0% chance it's going to happen. Drop a yes if this is you. It can be so challenging, right? Okay. You can dance if you want. You can get creative if you want. You can be silly, goofy, etc. If you want, you can do all of the trending challenges. That's fine. But I am going to share with you guys something that is going to require you to not have to do that. I want to see 100% yeses in the chat. Do you guys hear me on this when I say you do not need to dance to have any success on TikTok? Yes? If you don't want to dance, don't ever do it. Ooh, a 7 and a Capricorn. That has to be interesting. All right. Let's go ahead and dive on in. So you guys hear my disclaimer about dancing. No one has to do it. You do not have to do it to be successful on TikTok. All right. We are going to break it down in the simplest of ways ever. So there's what do I film and what do I say? These are 2 different things. What do I film and what do I say? Got it? Feel free to keep dropping those ahas as those break through. So as you have your breakthroughs, your ahas, keep on dropping it. Okay. So we're going to draw a line in the sand a little bit. We have what do I film and what do I say? So we'll start with filming, okay? There are really and truly 2 different ways to create content that can crush it on TikTok. Neither of these are right or wrong. Both of these can work. I want to see all the yeses in the chat if you're hearing me before I dive into this. Both of these can work. Both of these do work. Neither one is better. It's which one works best for you, or if a combination works best for you, awesome. Side note, you guys, whenever someone says like, oh, this person grew to millions in XYZ amount of time, I'm always like, that's awesome and great for them. I don't know what sacrifices they had to make in order to get those results. I don't know the background that they have that got them to where they are today. I don't know how much time or team or resources or money or ad spend they have behind them in order to crush it. So I just want to make it super, super, super clear in case you're like, but which one's going to get me millions of followers? Anyone can, but I don't know your specific background, your skill sets, how much you're willing to invest, the team that you have behind you, the time that you have behind you. So everything I teach here is going to be based on simple. All right. Okay. So there are 2 types of videos that you can film. There's evergreen and there is trending. Okay. There's evergreen and there's trending. So evergreen basically is a word that means it's generally speaking the same today, tomorrow, next week. It's generally speaking going to be very similar over time. So for example, I run a very not evergreen business. Everything that I teach can get outdated tomorrow. It's actually a very challenging thing. So whenever someone says, I'm going to become a social media expert, I'm like, that's awesome. And it's also going to be very challenging. But good luck, because it's really challenging to continually update everything and stay on top of everything for every social media platform. But I always love when people say it. Okay. So it says film, evergreen, or trending. Those are the two types of videos that, generally speaking, this is an oversimplification. Do you guys hear me on that? It's an oversimplification of the types of content that you can create to grow consistently as a business owner on TikTok. Okay. Now, evergreen can be two different things. It can be just a sound that's not necessarily trending. So it could be like a song that you like. It can be a song from a TV show that you really liked or heard, or a song that you heard on the For You page, one that's maybe not necessarily currently trending or not one that everyone's doing. So it could be like just a sound that, generally speaking, most people like. Or this can be original content. So this is your voice speaking. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Trending is good and fun and all. In case you've ever seen like a funny video on the For You page, it's usually trending. And trending can be really, really fun. Sometimes I'll layer trending content with a bunch of my 10 things pieces or my value. And that can work really, really, really well. But for most business owners, if you never want to get creative and you just want to do like something that is going to work over and over and over again consistently and build and position you as the go-to expert, you can focus specifically on evergreen. Now, if you want to go mega viral, become a TikTok celebrity, then I would say focus more on trending content with education, the 10 things over the top of it. But I recommend most people start with evergreen content. Cool? All right, you guys see the difference? This is so powerful. I'm a manifesting generator too. Okay, sorry, nerding out. All right, now, real fast, you guys all recognize that there are two different types of content you can film. Yes? Fantastic. Awesome. Okay. So what do you say in your content? We're not going to focus on trending content for the purpose of this video. I kind of like to think of like evergreen content as the base. That content always consistently works. It doesn't usually go as viral, but it can. I've had a lot of evergreen videos reach millions of views. So when that does happen, it's the frosting on top of the cake. It doesn't build your business necessarily, or rather it builds your business, just not viral speed. Cool? All right. So we're going to focus specifically on what you would create for evergreen content, whether you're saying the words with your original voice, and we'll talk about that in just a moment, or if you have text overlaying the video. And I know some people say you could only have success if you showcase your original voice. I disagree. I've seen a lot of my content perform really, really well with just the text overlays that give value. Real fast, just checking in real fast. Who here has gotten at least one piece of value today? If not, either I'm a terrible teacher or we might just not be a good fit, and that's totally cool. But everyone should have gotten at least one little thing that they can implement, take notes on, take action on, that they can utilize. Okay, cool. Amazing. Who's gotten multiple pages of notes? So cool. And if you haven't, honestly, like I'm just being super honest. I might not be a good teacher for you. And that's totally fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings, but you may just want to go. Cool. Because I don't want to waste any more of your time. All right, let's keep on going. By the way, I value your time, which is why I pack every training full of as much value as humanly possible. I want you guys to have the takeaways, even if all you ever do is just the free stuff that I offer. Cool. All right, so let's talk about this. Now, what do you say? You guys ready for this? We've got a hook. Yes. I'm trying to decide. I wonder, are you guys cool if I drop a bonus surprise? This will be one more. There'll still be one at the end of this video along with the Q&A. We're going to have to go a little faster though. Okay, hold on. Give me one. I'm going to get you guys a series. Actually, I think I can just drop them in the chat. No. I'm going to go ahead and make a document with hooks that you guys can use. I haven't shared these ones publicly before. Who wants it? Drive up that engagement like crazy if you guys want it. Let's get this ready to go. I wasn't previously going to do this, and I'm like, let's just go for it. Let's have extra fun because you guys have been amazingly engaged, and it's been so fun. By the way, I will reach out to the 3 most engaged people at the end of this video and get you guys some prizes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share this with you all. I may struggle with sharing it on TikTok. So if you can't see it, I'm going to share it in the YouTube chat because sometimes my links don't show up on my TikTok lives. So I'll share it in the chat. So if you're watching on TikTok or on Facebook, come on over to the YouTube later to grab this. Okay, you guys ready? There are 20 hooks that you guys can all use. The hook is what grabs attention. It's the first sentence. It's the first 3 seconds. It's the first 100 characters. I will drop it a couple more times. 20 hooks you can literally use. Okay. I'll also drop it, by the way, in the comments beneath this video and in the bio beneath this video once this is done. Cool. So in case you're like, it's not working for me, or too many people are commenting, don't worry. We will we'll add it. So feel free to come back later. Okay. So 20 hooks. If you're on TikTok live or Facebook live, you may not be able to see it because I get blocked from dropping links. So grab it or make a note to grab it from the YouTube comments and bio. Cool. All right, who here's gotten value so far? Let's keep going because I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too. We're going to have to speed up though. All right. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. And as much as I love you all and you're an amazing, amazing, amazing group today, I have to get some work done besides this. All right. So what's so powerful is you start with the hook. This is the first element of all of your TikTok videos. This is what pulls people in. So the ones that I shared are really, really powerful because I'll read just a couple examples so that you can kind of see what they look like. So here are some examples of this. Ready? Do you get stuck when? How to get more? Here's how to become a. I'm about to give you. All right, you guys got it? So head on over to my YouTube if you want to grab those later on. All right. So you guys got it? We start with the hook. Who's getting ahas like crazy because I'm having fun today. All right. Part 2. Now, this is important. A lot of times people think that the next step is a story. I disagree. I think that this is going to be honest, and this is including me. I'm a terrible storyteller if I don't practice something and see what reactions are yet. So literally, I will start a story and completely flop and fail 100%, which has been kind of challenging at dinner parties. So I almost like practice my stories. I'm not naturally good at these. So I am not a huge fan of having a story next because, like I said, I think telling great stories and being a storyteller is very challenging. So instead, we are going to put value. Have you guys ever seen videos on YouTube, lead magnets, videos on TikTok that said 7 things you need to know about, 3 simple steps too? Oh, wait a second, you guys. This is super meta. That's actually what I said to advertise this particular training. 3 simple steps to grow on TikTok, something like that. Okay. So what's so powerful is you can add, it's called a listicle from back in the day. It's 3 points of 7 things that X, Y, and Z. Okay. So what's so powerful about value is you can add a listicle, and I like odd numbers. So you can do like 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. But of course, if you're using a 10 things, 3, 5, 7, 9 all work because you've already got it batched and able to be reused again with the 10 thing stock. Whew! I'm having fun, you guys. All right, let's keep on going. So value comes next. And the third and final element of a fantastic TikTok, and don't you worry, you guys, I've got the bonus just for attending coming up soon. The Q&A, as long as we can, I'll answer questions really fast. Is a call to action. I'm going to give everyone the world's easiest call to action. Cool? Everyone cool with that? Ready for it? The simplest, world's easiest call to action that anyone can do, even if you're nervous, even if it's not comfortable doing a call to action or you've never done it before, or you're like, I'm not good at selling from stage. Don't sell from stage. Ready for it? It's 3 words. Follow, 4, more. Did you hear me? Who here says I can do that one? Who got the aha? Follow for more. That's it. It's that simple. Who here says I can totally do that? Because I know I was actually homeschooled for many years, and I get really nervous sometimes around people. Like sometimes I'll just like overthink things when I'm about to say them. So if someone's like, you need to do this like call to action, like, and the next step is for those who are serious, da 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 da, go to da 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 da, and I'm like, that like stresses me out. Maybe it's because I'm awkward. I don't know. Whatever. I prefer simple call to actions. Follow for more. You guys got it? Who here just realized you just got the entire format for exactly what a TikTok needs to be to crush it? Hook, value, CTA. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Now, the cool part is you can either say this with your original voice, which we will talk about now. So no music, or you can just have text overlay if your voice makes you uncomfortable or listening to your voice makes you uncomfortable. But I will say, just a heads up, next point, everyone hates the sound of their own voice. I don't know who needs that reminder today. Everyone hates the sound of their own voice when you first start hearing it. It's like walking into a new space. It's like looking at brand new wallpaper. It stands out to you. When I started recording my podcast, this was a game changer for me because who here's feeling good, by the way? Before we go any further, who's gotten value so far? Drop a yes or an aha or a mind blown if you've gotten value so far. Pretty cool. All right. So when I first started my podcast, I edited all of my own podcasts. And because I heard my voice so much, it became normal. You know how like when you walk into the same house for years, you don't notice the wallpaper anymore? Or here's a really good example. So all my teeth are fake. Some of you guys know the story behind that. All my teeth are fake, either implants or crowns, not veneers, implants or crowns. So what's wild is for the last like 3 years, my teeth felt fake. I felt like I thought about it all the time. And suddenly the last year, it felt like my teeth were mine. Isn't that wild? Pretty wild. Okay, so what's really interesting is you get used to the sound of your own voice the more you hear it. You stop hearing all of the things that annoy you. The chances are you don't actually hear your own voice very much, but the more that you hear it, the more used to it you get. So I just want to give you guys a challenge real fast to give yourself a goal to actually use your unique voice for TikToks, okay? Are you guys ready for this? Who here feels like everything's already saturated, like all the opportunity is already gone? Who here feels like people are already talking about the things that you offer? You don't know what you can add to the equation. Whoa, right? Yes, they're all fake. It's a wild story. I don't know if I'll tell that story right now because I want to make sure we get to Q&A for you guys. So what's really interesting is, I will say this though, they basically were like, you either need dentures or a smile makeover. And we're like, let's go with the smile makeover. Okay, so this is big. You ready for this? We got like the same teeth redone, just whiter, which is kind of funny. They're the same shape as my actual normal natural teeth. Okay, you ready for this? I have a question for you guys. Who here has a favorite song? Drop the name of your favorite song in the chat. Okay. There's a point to this and you'll see it. I promise. Okay. Awesome. There's so many good songs, aren't there? Okay. Now I have a question for you. When you love a song, just any song that you love, who here loves when you find out that one of your favorite artists covered the song? Drop a yes in the chat if this is you. Does anyone look up, by the way, to see if their favorite singers covered that song? Who here loves when your favorite singers cover a song? Yes. Like crazy, right? I actually love looking up if I like looking to see if like Ariana Grande covered a song. That's one of my favorite covers of any song. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? You ready for this? The song Yesterday by the Beatles is the most formally covered song of all time. 1,600 documented covers recorded professionally. Drop aha if this is big for you. Who here's realizing, oh my gosh, who's getting the aha already? 1,600 professionally recorded covers. Did you hear that? So what's wild about this is if a song was already sung, why do we have covers? The answer is simple. It's because we love to hear it in different voices. We love to hear our favorite person share something. I don't care how many times people write or talk about like copywriting or finance or business success or marketing. I have certain people that I prefer to learn from. So if someone that I don't know, like, and trust yet shares something, I'm actually not going to listen to it until I hear something similar from someone that I've already chosen to know, like, and trust. When people learn to know, like, and trust you through video content, they want to hear you being the one presenting that information in your own voice. Oh, do you guys see how I like see all the comments and you guys are having this like aha moment? So it's wild. I am not a proponent of stealing or copying or plagiarizing. I am a fan of content modeling. For those of you who love reading books, I have a short book recommendation for you. It is called Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Absolutely obsessed because what's so powerful about this book is it shows you how to content model. It shows you how to accurately get inspired. It shows you how to ethically get take a piece of content and then make it your own. That's what art is. That's what creating video content is all about. It's being an artist. It's getting your voice out there, adding your voice to the equation. And by the way, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I'm getting passionate. By the way, the book is called Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. In case you are ever wondering, hold on, I got it. Hold on. I don't normally lose a thought. We lost the train of thought right there. We got to get it back. In case you were waiting, there we go. In case you were ever waiting until you have it all figured out to use your voice, you will be silent for your entire life. Do not wait until you have everything figured out to use your voice, especially about your expertise. Who got that aha right there? This is everything. Are there things that I shared in the past that I've changed my mind about? Totally. It happens. It's totally fine. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to learn better, do better, show up better, update information. Who here needed that aha today? Do not wait until you have absolutely everything figured out and you're the end all be all master, because then we'd all be learning from the same 5 people. That'd be boring. Okay. So real fast, in case you're wondering, well, why would someone want to learn from me? Who here likes when I break things down because you like the way that I break things down, the way that I'm silly and goofy and having fun? Sorry. There's a lot of value in this one, I promise. Who here says, I really like learning things from Rachel? It's okay if you don't. That's totally fine. It won't hurt my feelings. But remember, put it in your journal and put it in your profile, not here. People are waiting for you to explain things because they like your voice. They like your tone. They like your face. Got it? All right. Now, this is so, so, so important, you guys, because I'm going to be straight up honest with you all. We are in a limited window. Okay? We are in a limited window. Side note, who's sticking for Q&A? Who's sticking for the bonus just for attending? Who here is going to have some fun? Who's gonna win the 3 most engaged prizes? Okay. There's a limited window. This is coming to an end. I thought it was going to be done sooner, but we've got a little bit longer. I would say somewhere between 1 and 3 years, but it is coming to an end. In 2.5 years, I went from 0 to 1 million followers, which is way more than even makes sense. One of my students went to, over the course of 1 year, 4 million followers. So the truth is you can absolutely crush it and grow right now. But the early adopter advantage, which is a disproportionate advantage. So let's say you have 100 followers and you reach 7,000 people. That's disproportionate 1,000%. Whoa, right? Wild. The early adopter advantage is coming to a close. If anyone ever tells you that it's already over, that is not accurate. And here's why. Are you guys cool if I just share a little more value before we get into Q&A? Okay. I'm going to tell my team that we may be late because I'm having fun. I actually don't know if my team's watching right now. Let's just let them know real fast. I will be being late. Next call. Here we go. Okay, you ready? So there were some major changes on TikTok in the last 2 years. And one of the biggest major changes that we've seen is one thing, and that has been that TikTok is changing from being just a short form video content platform to, are you guys ready? To being a long-term delayed release short form video content platform. Okay. So it's long-term. How do I know? Because TikTok and Google partnered up. They're starting to rank TikToks. Did you hear me on that? Sometimes on the first page of Google. On the first page of Google, they are ranking and indexing TikTok. Who here wants a piece of this action? By the way, side note, once we stopped focusing on blogging and switched to video, we started dominating the first page, first 4 results for a lot of search terms, specifically, especially TikTok. Wild, right? As soon as we switched to video, so we prioritized YouTube and TikTok. Who here says, so you mean to tell me I can show up on the first page of Google potentially, specifically for my expertise and the keywords for the services and products that I offer? Okay, just drop aha if you're already getting value. There's one more thing here. It is delayed release. Now, this is toughest for anyone who's been on the platform for a while, because people who've been on the platform for a while got really frustrated experiencing like super instant virality to suddenly it being a little more of a delay, and it really discourages people. What delayed release means is you can create a video today that could be seen, go viral, reach new audiences. It could go on the For You page days, weeks, months, and I can officially say now, years later. Drop an aha in the chat if this is big for you. They don't just put your content on the For You page immediately. They will test it again and again and again and again and try a new audience and get it in front of people who will engage with it. So when you create your content, don't delete it or private it just because it doesn't perform. It is a delayed release platform. I have videos from over a year ago that are taking off again, all because TikTok has become a delayed release platform. In case anyone says, wait, what does this mean for the algorithm? You ready for it? It just means that TikTok is giving people what they want. What that means is, you ready for that? This is big. What that means is that TikTok realized that just putting videos instantly onto the For You page was really not creating a great user experience, because a lot of videos that never should have been seen by anyone hit the For You page and went mega viral before AI even caught them. Who here knows what I'm talking about specifically? The delayed release is actually a mechanism to not protect creators, well, protect creators too, but to protect the viewers, because I saw a lot of videos that did not belong on the For You page. They never should have made it onto the internet. They were very disturbing. So that algorithm shift to a delayed release platform is something that TikTok did to improve the overall user experience. So in case you're like, oh, I'm so sad. No, but here's the thing. It's actually for the longevity of the platform so that people don't shut down on the app because they saw a video that really disturbed them forever or gave them trauma or nightmares or whatever. Drop a yes in the chat if you hear me on that, because the truth is, you guys, a lot of people give up when they don't see results in the first couple of minutes of releasing a TikTok, when they don't realize that you literally have days, weeks, months, or even years for your content to be re-released to the For You page and to the audiences that are most likely to engage with it. Did you hear me on that? Okay. Who's gotten some value from today? We got a lot. All right. We got Q&A. We've got the bonus just for attending. We've got 3 winners that we're going to choose. But before we dive into those, I'm going to ask permission first and foremost. We've covered a lot over the last hour and a half. Drop a yes if you've gotten value. Drop an aha if you're like, I learned something new today. Who here got pages of notes? We could probably even do a contest. Well, sometime we'll do a contest for who got the most pages of notes, because I think that's so fun. All right. Is anyone feeling excited, overwhelmed, anxious, ready to get started? Oh yeah, I see them coming in. 5 pages of notes, pages and pages and pages. I'm having so much fun. I hope you guys have been having fun too. I love this. All right. So, quick question for you guys. This is called permission-based selling, and I love it. Would it be okay if I made you a special offer because I know how much it can help you? I know how much more I can give you. I know how much more I can support you, make it easy, make it powerful, make it possible. Is that okay with you if I make you an offer? If you have a problem with it, now would be a very good time to leave. Cool? All right. Awesome. Let's dive on in, you guys. All right. So, what I'm going to share with you guys has the ability to save you hundreds of hours across all of your marketing. Drop a yes if you know that TikTok has the ability to become the engine at the front of your entire machine. You got it. It can potentially gain you tons of traffic, potentially business growth, potentially leads, or even potentially sales. Drop a yes in the chat if that's something you'd like to see, specifically from TikTok. Amazing. So Stephanie with a PH owns an e-com store. She generates 20 email subscribers for free from TikTok every single day. Drop a yes in the chat if that's the kind of result you want to see. I'm a huge fan of results, by the way. I think it's kind of like important. Awesome. Stephanie with an F used TikTok to advertise her mom blog, and she's an amazing mom blogger. She hit 15,000 followers in just a couple short months. Drop a yes in the chat if you know that that kind of growth is different than other platforms. Who here says, I need that kind of growth in my life? And Tadeza is a Pinterest manager who generates 1 to 3 good client leads per week. Specifically, who here says, yes, that would be amazing? Okay, I love that. So cool. All right, so a couple quick questions for you guys, and then we'll dive into the rest of this. Number 1, if you were able to get a free traffic source that could replace Facebook ads or potential Facebook ads, who here says that would be worth it for me? Drop that yes in the chat. If you were able to save hundreds of hours in marketing time and expense, would that be worth it? Drop a yes in the chat. And if you were able to use TikTok to grow your Instagram and your YouTube, would it be worth it? Amazing. Well, I had 2 different choices. I could make all this really cheap, but then I wouldn't be as incentivized to continue stacking even more and more and more value and continually adding to it, or to have just a little higher investment, but much better product. And we decided to price it just a little higher so that I'm incentivized to always be adding more, but also so you're incentivized to take action. Who here is an action taker? Drop that yes in the chat. Sandy is a service provider who within probably her first 2 months got a $6,000 client sale with $60,000 in back-end revenue. Drop a yes in the chat if that's the kind of growth you want to see. Jamie, Jami, hit 80,000 followers after like 7 months on TikTok, which is huge, especially because she is an up-and-coming, seriously powerful comedian. Drop a yes in the chat if you know that kind of growth is different than other platforms. Who here wants to tap into that? And Larissa is getting 3 to 10 leads per week and got 3 paid clients directly from TikTok. A couple more things if you sign up now. I'm going to share all of this with you guys. The Talk Academy is my program where I teach comprehensively every single thing you want to know or need to know about TikTok, from organic strategies to specific tactics and how-tos. We have hashtags on lockdown. I actually give trends almost every single week, so you can actually hop in without guessing or checking or trying to figure out what to create. But we also added a few fast action bonuses. So I'm going to drop all of the information. If you go to thetalkacademy.com, and it is just shy of $1,000, but there are 3 fast action bonuses. So you guys can literally get it going as fast as humanly possible. So let me go ahead and drop this in the chat. It is thetalkacademy.com, and that's TOK. I don't think I can put it on TikTok or Facebook. So it's the tokacademy.com. That includes everything I teach with TikTok, which is pretty powerful. So we'll have several fast action bonuses, the TikTok playbook. So if you don't have time for an entire course, all the major points are summarized for you in the TikTok Academy clip notes, which is kind of nice. We also included fill your webinar. So that's a bonus that is really powerful. You can literally use TikTok in the next month in order to fill a webinar. We've used TikTok to fill webinars with anywhere from 260 to 550 people completely for free. What's the value of that? A lot, right? A lot. It is pretty dang powerful. But we also created scripts to support you, a niched hashtag bank, an expanded one with pretty much every single industry, so that you don't ever have to guess again with your hashtags. Plus my workflows, my advanced TikTok strategies. We haven't even gone into advanced yet, but every single thing is in there. And there are at least 3 months of the Talk Academy Facebook group promised as a bonus. We have never kicked anyone out. So some people have been in for at least a year, which is kind of fun. So we never take it back and say psych, you can't be in it anymore unless something were to come up, but it's at least 3 months. Promised. Okay, so all the updates are added into the Academy continually. Did you guys hear that? All of the updates are added into the Academy continually. So you are grandfathered in as we create all of the updates. Every single thing. I'm not the kind of person who believes in making people pay for the same program every single year. That's not my kind of thing. So I just keep adding to it. I've got a whole list of next level stuff coming, including the full 10 things training. We've got a few more things coming, including ideas for captions. So copy and paste captions. Those are all coming very soon, which is so exciting. And we are also currently in the process of slowly building out TikTok traffic. So we are adding to that. So if you want to learn TikTok ads or you want to explore it the next year, that's where that entire program is going to be inside of the Talk Academy. So go to thetalkacademy.com. So yeah, if you pay once for the lifetime of the product, it is all inside of there. Kind of fun. Okay, shall we dive on in, guys? Who's gotten value even just from this portion? Who's been hanging, having fun, learning so much? Because I always have fun, that's for sure. So one thing that's neat too, and I will say this is big before we dive into the last two final steps. So this is really big. I don't just teach things. I always make sure that I am actually doing what I teach. So if I ever teach you something, it is not hypothetical. That's really big. So what's interesting is if I'm teaching you something, it's because I've already tested it and I know it already works, unless I disclose that something is hypothetical. Cool. So just know, I'm actually doing the work. I'm testing things on my account. A lot of the stuff on my actual profile is just tests. So I can try different strategies, bring them to you, support you, always keep you updated. So remember that there are a few awesome fast action bonuses for joining today, including fill your webinar, the TikTok touching checklist, and the TikTok playbook. All right, you guys ready? Let's go ahead and dive on in. So I have a bonus that I promised just for attending this today. I'm going to pick several winners. This right here is the free bonus, the email TikTok list blitz. Got it? The email TikTok list blitz. In case you're watching on TikTok or on Facebook, feel free to go to the YouTube channel and the links are in the chat and then I'll add them to the bio later. So there we go. All right, you guys ready? I'm having so much fun. We're about to open up Q&A. I'm going to pick the 3 winners real fast. The winner on the TikTok Live specifically is Nikki Dank. Ah, amazing. Send me a message on Instagram and I will get you a really fun and awesome prize. So great. The winners from Facebook and YouTube are... And don't worry, to my team, I'm keeping track. Okay. Fatal Switch. We've got a bonus coming your way too. Send me a message on Instagram ASAP so that we don't forget. And number 3 is Clarissa H. Woohoo! Send me messages on Instagram, you guys, and we'll get you those bonuses, which is so great. All right, you ready? You ready for it? Let's dive on in to the Q&A. You guys ready? So drop your questions and I will answer My team already knows I'll be 15 minutes late to my next call, so we will be golden. Drop your questions. Can this be used for network marketing? Yes, with a workaround or a bridge. And I talk about that inside of the academy. Technically, TikTok does not support network marketing, MLM, direct sales. Well, direct sales are a little different about depending on how you're presenting the product. They're not really big fans of business opportunity most of the time, but they kind of frown on network marketing. So I teach how to bridge it and how to like keep yourself from getting in trouble as a network marketer while crushing it on TikTok. Okay. Question. Can you talk about TikTok for local businesses like real estate? So most people don't realize this, but when you first open up and launch your TikTok account, it is going to first and foremost show you to local people, which is really cool. You actually have to kind of work to expand beyond that, and just the natural processes that I teach do that. But if you add the city or state that you want to work in to every piece of content that you create, from hashtags to caption to text on screen, etc., it's going to keep your audience pretty darn local, and then make sure to only follow people that are local to start, so that your content doesn't like go national too fast, but it can always go national. All right, let's check a couple of these questions. Will scholarships be offered in the future? You know, we used to do scholarships and then we tracked the results of people who took our scholarships, and it was almost perfectly across the board, 0% follow through and results. And it's been very sad. So we don't scholarship any of our programs anymore, because that was very discouraging for me. All right, let's see. Tips for nonprofit hashtags, please. Well, create the hashtags about the cause that's near and dear, like kids deserve to eat, no kid hungry, those kind of things. So find hashtags that relate to the psychographics, the levers that pull at people's heartstrings. Okay, let's see. What apps do you use to send emails massively? Let's keep most questions about TikTok. I'll answer this one, but let's keep them all about TikTok. I will say that I use ActiveCampaign currently, and we're looking at other options as our list scales now into like, we're going to be going into like 300,000 territory pretty soon. How many videos do you recommend we upload a day on TikTok? For consistent growth, shoot for 3 a week, three to five a week. For more rapid growth, I recommend going to 1 to 3, 1 to 5 a day. And for exponential growth, shoot for like 3 to 5 to 10 a day. But that's for mega growth. How do you open a TikTok that represents a specific outside company as a social media manager? There are several workflows for that, and I teach those inside of the academy. That one I'm really still developing because it's a new frontier, but I'm working on it so that people can work on TikTok with their clients. How do you drive email leads from TikTok? Go back to, you're going to want to watch the replay and watch the second step, the marketing ecosystem, because I shared how to do that in the marketing ecosystem. I've noticed loads of my followers are no longer active or posting. Are they still viewing? I'm not sure. That's a really good question, but a lot of people don't necessarily post to watch, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. What name to choose if my personal name is taken? That was mine 2 years ago on Instagram, so I just went with @the Mrs. Pedersen, and that, well, I mean, I renamed it down the road. Come up with like the so-and-so, or come up with a nickname that you want to have across all platforms, etc. So come up with the Rachel Pedersen, or official Mrs. Pedersen, whatever it is. Is there a penalty for reposting TikToks multiple times? No, especially not if you use different captions and hashtags to reach different audiences. Oh, Debbie, amazing. Let's see. I shared a birthday greeting for an old school rap artist that got thousands of likes, but it had no call to action or offer. How do I use this old school allure to lead them to my call to action? That one's interesting because it's not really a business related thing. So I will say that one doesn't make sense with a call to action for me, because it feels more like a personal or a nuanced, like one-off kind of thing. All right. Let me scroll back up for a second. Okay. Will videos that go instantly viral continue to grow over days, months, weeks, years during this delayed release experience? It can, but it's not the same for every video. So sometimes it will and sometimes it won't, and that's totally fine. Batch posting, I'm a huge fan. So I'll record 10 to 20 TikToks in a day and then release them between 1 and 10 a day, which is kind of cool. My goal is 10 a day, but I'm semi-retired. That's amazing. How many videos do I post per day? I try to do 1 to 10 Monday through Friday, and I'm working up to a 10 a day schedule for this year, but I'm working on a workflow for 10 a day that keeps me sustained, high energy, etc. So I'm working on my personal routine for this, but I shoot to record 10 a day, and then I post at least one a day, and I'm shooting for 10 each day. How do I receive the free hooks you mentioned? I dropped them in the chat several times. I think I can drop it again. Here we go. I'll drop it in the chat one more time. And if you're watching on TikTok or Facebook, feel free to check it out in the chat here. Okay. Should you repost TikTok content on your other channels? You got to watch this training again. I literally just broke it down in point 2 and 3. So watch this training again, watch the replay, watch that. How to hop on trends and identify the best ones for your niche. My trend alerts are a really easy way to do it. I will say just kind of create everything, but then I personally curate between 10 and 20 almost every single week for the Talk Academy to easily and instantly record. I struggle with accountability when it comes to TikTok. I struggle with being consistent. Read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear and The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And then there comes a point where you have to just give yourself either a carrot or a stick. And you have to say, listen, I'm going to either go ahead and give myself like a punishment if I don't get it done, something silly, like I have to give my husband a foot rub or something like that if I don't get my TikToks out, or give yourself a reward. If I post 10 TikToks a day for these 5 days, I get my favorite ice cream on Friday, something like that. So go carrot or stick. Super helpful. The 2 books are Atomic Habits by James Clear and The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Can Evergreen be in conjunction with trending? Not really, because I mean, there's ways to layer them together, but I try to keep them separate because trending sounds have an outdated feel after they've gone viral multiple times. So I heard that the average person, I can't find stats to back this, I've tried, but the average person can watch a trend like somewhere between 11 and 13 times before they are over it. So then if it goes live after that, people are going to instantly swipe. So you almost could repost that one again like a year down the road and it can work again. But the truth is, I like to keep evergreen and trending separate. Can we promote a product if we're partnered with direct sales? If you do it carefully through the mechanisms that I teach in the Talk Academy, yes, but please be careful. All right, let's check it out. No spam calls allowed. Do I mind sharing a mix of niche and personal content? I actually don't teach to niche. Who here knows this? I don't teach niching down. I teach specialty based. And I personally recommend sharing maybe 10 to 30%. Yeah, 10 to 30% like personal, and then the rest based on your expertise, but you don't have to niche down. Advice for an effective hashtag strategy. Niche them down, follow the hashtags that I share. Specifically, how often to put lives on your schedule. In an ideal world, remember there's ideal and there's realistic. Whenever I work with clients, I always ask realistically, not idealistically. So idealistically, you would go live once a day for 30 to 60 minutes. Realistically, shoot for once a week. Cool. The replay is on YouTube. I'm going to keep answering questions. When is the best time to upload videos? This is completely custom to every single person. So this one's hard because I can't give you an answer to this because your answer is going to be different than mine. I actually have a YouTube video that teaches it for free, and then a more in-depth version of how to find the right times to post, specifically in the Talk Academy. Can I go over niches? No, because I don't believe in niches and I don't do them. But I love the question. So I don't believe in niching at all. How can the film industry benefit from the delayed release if your trailer might not be shown? You're going to need to either make sure that it goes viral. So for example, I would probably release them 1 to 3 months before the actual video is being released, and then go ahead and do as many videos as you can. And if a couple go viral, awesome. Then you wouldn't want to private the rest, but I would do a ton. Like, for example, did you guys know that Lil Nas X, when he released his new album, by the way, he is a master media manipulator. He's not just an artist. He is a master media manipulator, and he's so good at it. That is not an insult. That is a compliment. So all of that to say, he released, and this is kind of helpful information, he released 150 TikToks promoting his new album. So just a reminder that do as many as you can, and then you won't need to private them because you do want people to always be responsive. Okay, a couple more questions. There was a couple more. Can I pay you to be my mentor? I don't do free mentorships. I do paid mentorships, but I only serve a specific audience, and that's people who do done for you and done with you services. So freelancers, service providers, marketers, social media managers. And that's an annual program. I will put the link just in case anyone does want to apply. It is quickforlife.com. Can someone drop it here in the chat? I think that the link is in my bio on TikTok for that. So that's the mentorship I do. It's mentorship and mastermind. We also have a panel of coaches that support all of the freelancers growing. And the goal for Click members is to grow specifically to 6 figures as a freelancer. And then we have a next level program for freelancers who are growing to 7 figures. Okay. Let's answer a couple more questions. What are my thoughts on posting about 2 different types of businesses, social media management and product-based business? If they have similar audiences with a lot of overlap, feel free to totally go for it. Is it safe to use test flight in TikTok Arab? I don't know specifically about the regulations or laws in your region, country, etc. So I can't say for sure whether or not it's safe. I've used it personally in the United States and it's fine. Just keep in mind that it removes the drafts that you have sometimes. So just make sure that you've posted all of your drafts. No, a master media manipulator is a marketer. It's a fantastic marketer. It's from a book called Trust Me, I'm Lying by Ryan Holiday. And it is a fantastic one. Hashtags, do we need to use the one with high views? Do not use high views. Make sure that your content is not niche down, but your hashtags are. I like smaller hashtags as much as humanly possible. Okay, is there a benefit to using trending hashtags on my videos? No. Some people crush it. Most people don't. Cool. Real fast, just a reminder, who here has gotten value today? Just remind me real fast for you guys if you have. Better to stay inside TikTok in creator marketplace for brand deals or go with an agency. Well, you're under 100,000 followers and sometimes still under 500,000. I think it's best to do your own outreach personally. And then remember that when you hire an agency or a talent agent, that you do not pay them up front. That would be a scam. You pay them a portion of your offers. So I have a talent agent who gets me amazing sponsorships and promotions. So it's pretty cool. She collects a percentage of every deal that we get successfully, and she does the negotiations, contracts, outreach, everything like that management. Okay. Awesome. 6 YouTube shorts. You're amazing. Do I cover product-based e-commerce content ideas in the academy? Everything that I teach works for e-commerce brands specifically. And as Shopify rollouts happen, I will be continually updating on that inside of the Talk Academy. All right. When should you have a personal versus business account? I have a controversial viewpoint on this. I personally prefer personal, unless you need a link in your bio immediately. My goal is always just to grow as fast as you can to 1,000 followers. And most people get a link in their bio between 1,000 and 10,000 followers. So I personally believe that you should pick what makes sense for you. And then I teach a gamification of that process inside of the Talk Academy. Okay. What else? Best way to convince clients to get into TikTok. Send them the replay of this and let them know I'm not currently taking any clients. So you're going to have to help them. All right. I grew fast with the TikTok of mine. When a video went viral, I ended up with an audience I wasn't expecting. How can I figure out how to use that as a business? Just keep creating. Just keep creating. How can I use TikTok for multiple sales? Direct is not possible, so can be bridged by landers like it was possible on Facebook, talking about affiliate offers. Yes, as long as you don't violate the regulations of TikTok. They don't like when you make affiliate offers like a business opportunity. Okay. All right. I'm following so many accounts I wasn't active at all. I'm noticing that my video views are very low and they weren't at first. Do I need to create a new account? Nope. Just follow what we've taught today and just pick up and keep going. And don't worry too much about following too many accounts. That's fine. I do that too. Okay, what else? Time of day for posting. I think I answered that one. Best advice for real estate TikTok. Yeah, everything I just shared. Can I post a video without a trending sound and still get results? Yes, totally. Can you mix personal and biz together? Always, 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 always. Okay, specialty, not niche. You've got it. Should you talk about one thing on TikTok or 2 different businesses? You never need to only talk about one thing. Nobody puts baby in a corner except for yourself. All right. All of your suggestions, the 6 I did today, are at least 400 views. Dang. How do I create a TikTok video to promote my affiliate program? Follow everything I just shared today. So rewatch this training again. And I say that with love, by the way, because that's literally what this training will help you to do. Even if you never joined the Talk Academy, totally fine. You can literally implement what I taught here. Cool. Male influencer opportunities, anything that men use. Awesome. I had 2 videos go viral this weekend. Amazing, Jess. You deserve it. The replay is on YouTube. Okay. How can I rewatch? Watch it on YouTube. If I talk about more than beauty, but my handle is beauty related, is that limiting me? Possibly. See how your other content does before you change it. If you want to join the Talk Academy, it's the TOKacademy.com. The TalkAcademy.com. Will crush it on TikTok. Who's my favorite creator? Like they're all just people, if that makes sense. So it's not like I really don't have a favorite. I can't think of one right now, so I'd say no. How about hair care products? Use the exact hooks that I shared for it. They're in the chat on the YouTube video. Okay. What about Christian content? Christian content would crush it here. Absolutely crush it here. Do I take payment plans for the Talk Academy? I'm actually not sure if we do right now. We do 3 payments of $397. That is available, and you guys can check it out right here. There is that early action bonus, which is really fun. What is the name of the book by Austin? It is Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Crossover mystical and science? Yes, totally. How much did you post per day on TikTok to grow? I think I answered that. 3 to 5 a week for just, growth. A little growth, not a lot, but comparatively, it'll be great. Then you have to ramp it up to get to certain points. So like I would do 1 to 3, 1 to 5 a day for more rapid growth. And then 3 to 10 or 5 to 10 a day for exponential growth. I grew fastest when I was doing 10 a day, which is a lot, but remember, like, growth is different at scale. Cool. My YouTube channel is Rachel Pedersen, all E's and a D in my last name, and it's linked on the link in my bio. Do I recommend vlog style content? If that fits your brand, go for it. If I were to explain niche, I'd go on such a long tangent that I feel like I can't do it, but I have YouTube videos that explain my stance on it. Does going live and doing nothing, like many on TikTok do, work for smaller accounts? It can, as long as you connect with your audience. So like talk to the people. When is subscription-based TikTok live starting up? I don't know. They have a lot slower and inconsistent rollouts than a lot of platforms. How do you hook people with a live title? Use a hook, just like the hooks I shared. So more people show up to my live. The hooks will help a lot. Okay, I will drop the doc and the bonus one more time on the YouTube live, which is Rachel Pedersen on here. Here we go. And here's the bonus I promised just for attending. There we go. Thanks, Stephanie. What do I talk about in lives? We talk about a lot of stuff. I'll do marketing. Like right now I'm on TikTok live and we've been having fun over here too. You can do trainings, you can connect. Yeah, all those things. Okay, let's keep on going. When should you have a personal? Nope, I think I answered that one already. The click is, it's not cheap. It's a high ticket investment. So it is 5 figures per year. Can we join TikTok Academy at any time if we can't afford it today? Yes, you can. Should we follow people back? Only follow people you want to engage with. That's super important. Should we make a new account for expertise or change your current platform? You could decide, but managing 2 platforms, one for personal, one for business, is a lot, and it's really hard. Okay. So feel free to just use your existing account. And it works. I started painting on TikTok live, but find that the reach is poor. Add some layers of interest, like ask a question or use a hook on your live title. What is the best time to upload videos? It's completely custom for everyone. Can you put TikToks on YouTube Shorts all at once, or do you need to post one per day? I am a post. What would it be called? A dumper. I literally pump out all my content at once, because when a platform is non-chronological, the majority of your followers are never going to see everything that you post at once, especially on delayed release platforms. So on YouTube, TikTok, IG Reels, I just push them all out all at once. Okay. I'm a fan of multiple links in your bio. Metricool has a UTM friendly link in bio list. I'm switching to that one pretty soon and I'm very excited about it. And then like Milkshake and Linktree both have them, but I'm loving Metricools right now. They're my client, but I also just love their software. So it makes it really easy. Is viral growth dependent size of a country on TikTok? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, let's see. What else? What else? How are we doing time-wise? Couple more minutes. Will Shopify work for personal accounts? Nope, not as it stands currently, but that could change. So a lot changes over time. What is most important aspect for the algorithm? Camera quality? Nowhere will I ever say that camera quality is the most important thing. Everyone drop a yes if you're hearing me on this. Camera quality is by far not even close to an important element for the majority of content creators, especially business owners that are creating for their business. Cool. I would watch this training's replay because I broke down the most important things for the algorithm. Okay, couple more. Pottery awesomeness. You're in the academy. We're going to have so much fun. We'll drop the links one more time for the hooks and the bonus. This should you have to be logged into your Google Drive to access it, and then you can make a copy into your Google Drive. So, and then here is the bonus just for attending. Let's see, what else? Do I shoot more long form content for YouTube? I do. I shoot a lot of long form content for YouTube. I think I uploaded 422 videos on YouTube last year, including shorts and long form videos. Okay, what else? Don't worry about camera quality. Yes, clean your lens because if it's foggy, it just looks like someone rubbed Vaseline on a lens, and that is not fun. When is the best time to post on TikTok? Watch the replay of this because I broke it down in several times. Should I interact with other languages to grow? No. Focus on your main language to start. Would you still have one personal account if you have two separate businesses? Yeah, I think they play really well into each other and there's a lot of overlap between those audiences. Business accounts seem limited. Do you grow faster with business or personal? My personal opinion is that it's personal, but I broke it down a little bit ago. What are the key software you use for video production on TikTok? Here and here. That's it. I record everything on TikTok in the app. I very rarely edit anything. I just got invited to a Super Bowl party. Is that real? In Las Vegas? Whoa. Okay. Am I live in the training? I go into the group a couple times a week, not live, but I'm constantly updating the program and there is a student community. So it's not like I just disappear once you join the Talk Academy. So it's interesting because everything is continually updated, but I don't go live very much. So here you guys go. If you want to jump on into the Talk Academy, I have a personal account as my name for TikTok. Yes, I think that all accounts need to have the same name as much as humanly possible. Does TikTok pay you for posting? I think I'm back in the creator fund. Let me double check. I go back and forth between it. Sometimes I'm in it, sometimes I'm not. Most of the time I'm not in it because I have like weird theories about it. I don't know. I go back and forth, but it's also based on my own weird hunches. So I'm currently in it. And it is not even close to a serious source of revenue for our business. Let's see. I made it to 1 million. Isn't that so fun? The freebies are on YouTube. They're in the chat. I will update the bio on this video in particular. So if you go to the Talk, TOK Academy.com, that's where you can jump on into the academy. They said she's too good at this. I can't give her all her money. That's so funny. So go to the Talk, TOK Academy.com. But I'm not a huge fan of the creator fund. I know for some people it's a really big blessing. For us, it's not a major source of our business or growth. So sometimes I'm in it and sometimes I'm not. Can I post quotes with TikTok on TikTok for growth? You can, but that doesn't feel very right for the platform unless you do it really well. I'm actually gonna be talking about that more. I'm testing a theory on that in the next couple of weeks. So we're gonna be testing using music and like stock footage and then sharing quotes. So I would say wait on that one. You could try it, but I'm gonna be testing it and then breaking down that strategy if it works on in the Talk Academy. I feel like the CF throttles your views in a big way. I do think it does too. So I go back and forth. Don't worry too much about the creator fund because you need 10,000 followers for most people to be there. TikTok does pay very little. So I go back and forth. I heard if you say link in bio, it reduces your views. I have never tested it or proven it. I've just always had the theory that that's the case. So I just have always said link in bio. Can I integrate evergreen and trending content in one video? I thought I already answered this. So kind of yes and no. Keep evergreen, and trending. I recommend that. You can integrate them together, but I'm a huge fan of keeping them separate. Okay. I think I have to go to my next call. All right, you guys, I'll answer one more question. My reels audio gets sped up shortly after uploading the reel. It might be corrupted because I repurposed a TikTok video. Yes, the timing will always be off when you strip the watermark from a TikTok. I just don't worry about it too much. I know sometimes I sound like a Minnesotan, but most of the time it doesn't like sound too Minnesotan. I heard if you say link in bio, it reduces your views. I thought I just answered that. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was like, I literally just answered that. Please tell me the internet didn't cut out. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you all go. Go have such a great start to this day. I don't use a ring light. I am not a fan of ring lights. I am a fan of specifically using floor lamps, like the full length floor lamps, the cheap ones from Target or Walmart. And I just use daylight bulbs, and I have one in each corner, and it creates a really decent, even lighting that I don't think is too bad. So here we go. There is an entire portal. It's not Kajabi. It is built into LearnDash. And then we also have a bonus Facebook community. So there we go, you guys. And in case you're here, it is the Talk Academy, TOK, the TOK Academy.com. I'll see you guys inside of the Academy. Bye, everybody.